Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's been suggested that, it's been suggested to do a few things. First of all, we need to do a defect and a watcher run at some point. We've had a couple of good runs recently with the Silent and the Ironclad, but why not try a custom run? Why not try endless mode? Dun, dun, dun! And it would be maybe funny to, I don't know, Ascension 20, endless, enable the final act. Oh, you can't do both. That's interesting. I guess it makes sense, because I think I've done endless once before, like years ago, and I think on endless, you actually could not defeat the heart if it would show up, because every time you play a card, you would get hurt on that fight, which means you'll die instantly, I think. But endless, sure, let's do it. And then why don't we play as the Silent, because I like the relic for the Silent endless run. A20, embark. There's my seed. Time for a challenge granted. Oh, you don't even start with anything. Fantastic. So I guess this will just be like a endless attempt as the Silent. I guess it's what's nice is that we don't have to actually like defeat the heart, but it is still tough on A20. Should we do A20? Maybe we should do like a, you know what? Why don't we just do like a fun run? Screw A20. I wanna just like stomp on the game. Give me endless Silent, no Ascension. Screw Ascension mode. Ascension mode sucks anyways. But really, I was thinking about it and I'm like, well, we just did a run of Slay the Spire as the Silent and the Ironclad. So I didn't want to do one as the defect, I think. So yeah, we'll just play an A0 endless run. Exactly, maybe we'll get further than, 6 floors into it and then die to Gremlin Knob. Because let's be honest, it's freaking hard to win Slay the Spire. It's freaking hard to win on A10, much less A20, oh my god. Much less A20, especially when you're trying to like defeat the heart and everything. Good gracious. I'll take a Noxious Fumes. Not even the extra Elites Ascension asks for Daculet. Nah, let's just do a classic 0 run. We'll see what happens. This is like, this run, this is to explore endless mode. I haven't done an endless mode run in like 3 years since they first added it in as an option. This is just an experiment. Let's experiment with the game. Definitely take a well-laid plans and experiment with the endless mode. Honestly, I kind of, ooh, that's so good. Okay, now we need this to be A20 all of a sudden. Let's experiment a little bit. I'm in. Are you in? I will, I'll just become cursed. We can remove that later. And I think we should definitely fight an elite. Because if we end up having low health, it's really not that bad, is it? And with well-laid plans, we should be able to outplay the sentries here. It might take a little while, but lots of blocks, we should be okay. Honestly, maybe we should have popped the Dex potion. Connie says, I'd imagine you can fine-tune your deck to perfection with endless floors. Oh, no, no, no. If I remember correctly, I believe I know how you're supposed to play endless. How you're supposed to play endless is get every copy of, I'm gonna take a little damage. Get every copy of, Mind Blast that you can possibly get into your deck, and then that's the only thing that you ever need. It's just endless Mind Blasts. But again, I don't remember. Well, I kind of remember, but it's been a long time since I've ever done these endless runs, so this is a experimentation and a bit of a renewal for me. Okay, we do have Meat on the Bone active, which is why I'm not really that worried at all about the sentry fight. Sentry fight on A0 is not that bad. Especially with our extra cards every turn. I'll take one. Yeah, how Endless works is every time you defeat a final boss, an Act 3 boss, you will loop back to Act 1, and your deck will get worse. So eventually your deck is gonna have garbage in it, you won't be able to play cards, you're not gonna have the energy to play cards, so you have to really try your best to build a deck capable of outliving the blights. And they say the blight consumes all on the Endless mode, and they mean it. The blight does consume all. I don't think there's a way that you can actually go infinite. Maybe there is, I don't know. Don't ask me, okay? But if there is, well, let's try to find it together, shall we? 42 HP. If I get hit for... if I get hit for 11, I'll heal for 12. If I get hit for 6, we won't heal at all, though. So, I think I'm just gonna take none, just because it's easier. And then I don't have to worry about taking damage in the future. Connie says, could you get artifact build that could solo battles? Eventually you can build an endless deck that can kill anything, but I think the more you loop and as you loop, eventually it'll get ahead of you. Give me a relic for a potion. Dude, that's insanely good. Preserved insect. Retain 2 cards. I'd rather upgrade an offensive card before we fight this elite, and it is Gremlin Knob, but he is a tiny knob. Freaking tiny knob. Dun, 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 dun. Anyways, he's gonna hit us and then we're gonna heal, so it doesn't really matter that much. I'm willing to bet we'll kill you next turn. And actually, we'll heal more on the next combat too, because we're at 34. Skewer, all out attack, sucker punch, bane. I think we should probably take a skewer. That seems pretty good. 10, 7, okay. Skewer plus well-laid plans is a pretty good, kill card eventually. Just, stall and save up enough energy until you can kill the enemy. Or until, there's no reason not to play it. Agrocracia asks, is there a story in Slay the Spire? There kind of is, but it's a little vague. Basically, you reach the spire for some reason. A god called Niao wants to keep bringing you back because they were exiled to the bottom of the spire, and then you have to do their bidding, climbing the spire and killing the god at the top over and over again. Something to that effect? I don't know. It's strange. I would really like my dagger spray. Let's go. I'll take a blur. And I will upgrade a... neutralize is good, but I think we just want skewer for the damage every time it shuffles around. Blind, finesse, or mind blast? I think we probably just want a blind in the deck. It's actually not a very bad opening turn. With the piercing wail, his next turn's garbage as well. Yeah, so we're gonna be able to kill Hexaghost here. It's not really all that bad. 4 damage. Sure, I'll play it. I just want to keep that that skewer shuffling basically every time. Because that's the, well, actually, Dagger Spray is a little bit better of a card. It actually does deal slightly more damage. per energy, I should say. But also, the skewer's... Oh, no, it is upgraded. We did upgrade it. Okay. I thought maybe it was doing 7, but no, it's doing 10. That's a good amount of damage. Okay, taking no damage. Hold on to that injury when possible. The Hexaghost might get one more big attack out. But if it does, I'm not really that concerned, because we will live through the big attack, and then we will kill Hexaghost, like, the next turn. Okay, maybe not the next turn, but we're still gonna kill Hexaghost. We're gonna take 6 damage here. Get some more burns. And then, honestly, there's very little reason, now that I think about it, to try to keep our health up. If we're not on Ascension, like, 10, we don't actually get penalized by being at low health. We will heal automatically at the end of the combat. So I'll take a glass knife, and I gotta admit, the Snecko Eye is really tempting, but I think our deck is not quite thick enough to, or sorry, not quite expensive enough to warrant that. We have nothing that costs more than 1. Calling Bell might be a little bit better just to get a few relics, and we actually did get some pretty good relics. Fossilized Helix is wonderful. Maybe not the most amazing relic ever, but still fantastic. Also, we have a ton of money. Wait, is this what it's like to play A0 and Slay the Spire? You just have a lot of money at all times? That's fantastic. Also, what? The birds aren't, like, horrifying? It's fantastic. I almost forgot what this game felt like. Snecka would kill the run later on, says Verdacula. It could. Again, I don't quite remember how the, 10, 23, 25, 26. This keeps our buffer intact. I don't quite remember how the endless mode works. This is an experiment. This is me trying to remember how this run actually works. Okay, so we're gonna lose our buffer here, unfortunately. It's okay. Dun 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 dun. Play one of these, play one of these. Actually, hold on to this skewer now that I think about it. Duraco Welcome says, cool. Yeah, I'm hoping that this will be an interesting little aside in our Slay the Spire. In our Slay the Spire play, just having a little bit of fun. Taking some time off from A20. Not that we've been, you know, grinding it out recently, but, you know, I want a little bit of time off for myself playing Spire where I don't have to worry so much about having to play perfect. I just want to have a fun run of Spire, and if we can have a fun run by doing an endless run, why not? Let's do it. Okay, you are gonna hurt me. Have to feel like we need more blocks in the deck. We've added 0. Then again, none have showed up except for Blur. So until we get better blocks in this deck, our HP might be a little bit suffering for a while, but you know what? It's really not that bad because of meat on the bone. Even if we get low, we'll just heal up automatically. There's enough people playing A20, it's interesting to do something else. You know, that's a good way of phrasing it. I do play A20 though. I think we got you. Yeah, 12, 6, and 3. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, I mean, this is not me saying I'll never play A20 again. This is me saying we're just taking a day off. Need leg sweep. We need more blocks. No, discard this, end turn, select this. 6. I think we're gonna, I mean, we have to let buffer hit this one, so dagger spray, strike, strike. Might as well hold on to the flask. Even for this being A0, we're still like not kicking the crap out of the run yet, which is a little disappointing. I think we just play Bouncing Flask and hold the leg sweep. Any poison on the Chosen will be good. You know what I would also like? 4 energy? You know what? Here's an interesting question. If you loop in Endless, do you actually get to have more boss relics? Like every time you defeat a boss, do you gain a new boss relic? Because that would be cool. I don't think that's the case, but it would be kind of sick. We're also gonna take a lot of damage. 23, we're gonna take 12 and then we'll heal it back because of meat on the bone. So I'm gonna let you hit me for 12. And then with our meat on the bone heal, we're not completely screwed. But this is, you know, the point of meat on the bone, kind of. Outmaneuver, I think that energy could be useful, although outmaneuver is kind of hard to play. It's also hard to play as any attacks when you're fighting the snake plant. But that's okay. Hate this guy. Although everyone hates this guy, let's be honest. Also did not get well-laid plans out yet, but a lot of our blocks are coming up, which we're gonna freaking need. So we're gonna take 7 damage here. If we take another 5 or another 7, we could probably just take the damage and then heal. Yeah. So this will reduce you to doing 7 damage to me, which means I heal. If I block for 3, we will also heal. Because we'll be at exactly 35 HP, which is meat on the bone. So I don't think we gained, maybe we did gain health on that fight. I'll take it. We need to go to a shop, 500 gold. Dead branch. Well, it is tempting. We don't really exhaust anything, but it is just, it's a fun card. Chemical X, do we have X cost? We do, Skewer. Okay, so we need Chemical X. I think we also, well, I think you take Doppelganger in that case. And then I think you pen nib, so you can pen nib Chemical X Skewer. And then you're just like, set. Let's remove a curse. This seems like a great shop. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Like, I know that there's certain, you know, meminess with the Dead Branch, but I think Chemical X, Pen Nib, Holdover, Skewer is probably just better in our situation. Yeah, they are tiny gremlins. Hopefully I can kill them. I can kill them, but I can't play anything else. Don't ever give up. Don't ever surrender. So now we can Doppelganger and then get +2 on that, which means we'll have 7 energy next turn. That's fantastic. And this is a good draw for outmaneuver because we can actually play it. Skewer by default does 10. You're hitting for 18. Outmaneuver for energy next turn. We only need to play Skewer for... We only need to play it for 0 this turn. Because you're not attacking me, Gremlin Wizard. You'll just die to poison. Gambler of Legend, welcome to the stream. How you doing? How we doing? We doing all right. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, yeah, Gremlin Leader is no problem with this right now. Lots of damage coming in, but this will kill you. This is a good deck so far. I like this. Mostly it's because of the sweet relics, though. Corpse Explosion, I think you just gotta take. There's no more elites to fight, huh? Well, I guess we could have fought 2 elites here if we didn't care about the shops. I guess that's, you know, why you would sometimes want to play on A1 so you can fight more enemies, because we're not really fighting many enemies here. But you know what? Let's go for upgrades. We could also toke. We could toke, man. Toke some stuff out of this deck, dude. Brah. Like, get rid of all the strikes and basic defense would be kind of nice. Let's take a... I mean, we can't really go infinite. We would need madnesses with backflips. I mean, it is a possibility of adding in madnesses and backflips. I think we should still upgrade, though. We have plenty of opportunities to toke later. Why don't we just upgrade, like, corpse explosion so it's more likely to kill? Yeah, Peace Pipe does seem like it might be good in an endless run. Okay, tough bandages. Bag of Prep's really nice. Don't have the energy to play everything, but we have a lot of cards turn 1. That was Pendib Skewer and I accidentally killed him. First of all, I would like to point out I also targeted the wrong enemy, because you usually want to kill the Centurion first. Well, you know, we'll just have to live with that mistake. Although that was a pretty nasty mistake, because we're gonna lose buffer. Hoi, hoi, hoi. So I don't mind taking a little bit of damage, even though we won't heal. I think that's fine. I don't know why we have so much energy, though. Was it just all outmaneuver? I'm not really playing, or I'm not remembering that I'm playing outmaneuver, but we seem to be having an infinite amount of energy gain. We are gonna take damage on this turn, though. Only 3. So what, we lost 5 HP? Who cares? Dagger Spray, Sucker Punch, Slice, Accuracy. I think this is a skip. We already have weakness in the deck. I don't think we need more. Okay, can we get to Pen Nib? We can get to Pen Nib doing 40 damage. So I'm pretty sure my dude here is dead. You don't normally kill the sphere before the, you know, 2 triangle man. But there you go. I mean, it's a good turn. +3/+3 next turn. There's 6 energy and 8 cards. Anyways, you're dead. Duplication Potion, Heal Hook, Piercing Well, Prepared. I mean, an upgraded Prepared is not that bad. I kind of like it. There's almost always situations where you just want to purge cards. I think we want weakness on Leg Sweep. And just extra block on 1 card. We gotta start thinning out this deck though, but we have Peace Pipe, we can make it happen. You know, give me 9 energy and 9 cards next turn. Oh yeah, also tough bandages. Of course, tough bandages. Can't forget tough bandages. You can't forget tough bandages. I mean, it's bandages. Seven. We can't quite get enough block, but we're close. And there's enough block. Bum, 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 bum. Anyways, you're dead. Oh good, Pen Nib! Should've kept that. Riddle with Holes, Cloak and Dagger, Dodge and Roll, Accuracy. I don't think any of these are particularly important, Let's upgrade a... Neutralize would be good, but I actually think maybe a well-laid plans is better to start retaining 2 cards now. Duplication, power, regen. Give me a power. Dude, tools of the trade, no problem. Purge all of your debuffs. You know, we should have upgraded Bouncing Flask. That would have been a good one to have upgraded. Choose 2 cards. Cloak and Dagger is nice with Pen Nib. Yeah, but like I need to start thinning out the deck a little bit. Gotta start thinning out this deck. We've got 29 cards in an Ascension 0 run. Although I'm building towards looping, but still. Okay, no Pen Nib incoming, but we do have a Skewer. Would really like to get Corpse Explosion, but if we can't get it now, why don't we just get it next turn? Outmaneuver, Doppelganger, Skewer. Then next turn we'll get Corpse Explosion. It'll kill both of the orbs, and we'll also have max cards and like 9 energy. It's pretty good. Did I not get Corpse Explosion? What happened to Corpse Explosion? Oh, they took it! Oh my god, you have it! No, you have it. No, you have it! I forgot what fight we were doing here. They took my card! Alright, well in that case, we probably do not need to blur, because we can't blur again. Unless I double blur, but I don't really care. So I'm just gonna murder you. You're dead next turn, we're taking no damage. Murder you. Connie says, I love the backgrounds in this game. The backgrounds are wonderfully rendered, aren't they? We need to bump your poison. I know we could have blurred and like maintained a whole lot of block, but who cares? Would be great desktops. Aren't these arts available like in the game file somewhere? You can just like load them up, I think. Might be mistaken about that though. Why not play Neutralize? Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the art for the game exists in the game files and it's super easy to get access to, so anyone who did want the art can probably find it super easily if you were looking. Alright, so we're gonna make it past the second boss. Really not a big problem at all. Just goes to show you, how difficult the game really gets in higher ascension modes, Really effing tough is the answer. Wraith form, unload, corpse explosion, intangibility. I think we do want it. Can no longer rest. Open a chest gives you a curse. During boss and elite fights, you gain energy. I do like Cursed Key, but I do wonder if we're gonna fill our deck with curses. But we have Peace Pipe. We can always remove the curses. It's not that bad at all. So in theory, even if we loop and keep adding curses, we'll just rest and remove them. It gives us something to do at our camps. So 2 elites. I would like to go to a late shop. We can do 2 elites and a late shop very easily. I don't think you want to Wraith form immediately because you can just do this and get 6 block and then a backflip gets you there. WTF, you're playing on Endless. Why did you pick up Cursed Key, lol? Look, if it's a mistake, I'll learn. But we do have Peace Pipe, we can remove curses, so I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Then again, I don't really know what I'm doing, so bear with me. Your safety is not guaranteed. Guaranteed? More like guaranteed. Ba-bum. Technically, if we're playing on Endless, we'll see Noloth ask for it eventually. I just won't take Noloth's gift then. Whatever the heck that guy is called. A0 doesn't have to be perfect play. Until it does, because I am pretty sure that eventually the enemies will just be horribly outscaling us, but I don't know. Okay, that's a lot of damage, but we have a pen nib skewer, so we can easily ice one of these guys. Never mind, we'll do it like that. Oh, hey, look, you're still here. You have 56 HP. We have to play this for 6, which means we can play 1 card. Yeah, on Endless, I'm pretty sure you do just lose at some point just because. So I'm not really, I'm not banking on being able to win this run forever. I fully accept that this is going to be a run of heartache eventually. But the fun is getting to that point. Especially on a weirder run like this where you are actually, trying to do it on Endless. Anyways, pretty sure we're good here. Thank you, Corpse Explosion. Distilled Chaos. I'll take an upgraded calculated gamble. I was really hoping this would be 99.9 gold. You know what I mean? But we're not gonna get the pen nib. So let's ice the exploder. We had enough block, which is fantastic. Endless or not, it's 1 a.m., so good night, says Chrissia. Well, have a good night! Hopefully I'll see ya at some point. In the future. Ciao. Okay, I like this turn because we've stacked up block and energy and draw. Turns out we didn't really need all of that, but you know what? It's fine. That was our pen nib! I keep wasting pen nib. I need to hold this pen nib. I will take another skewer. I mean, if we can make our deck just like 5 skewers, that's a lot of free damage. Now, 40. We do want this. Do want this. We are gonna get hit, so we might as well accept. Oh, we should have played Lake Sweep. We might as well accept it. Let buffer activate there. If we Wraith form, we only have to survive 1 turn, but we should be able to stack up damage before that happens, I hope. I mean, I could just duplicate Wraith form. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I just wanna make sure we live through the transient. He's a really tough enemy. And I feel like we didn't quite get what we needed early in order to fight him. Let's see if we needed to duplicate it though, because with prepared, we draw prepared. With prepared, we draw bouncing flask. With calculated gamble, we draw no skewer, so I think we did do it correctly. ML Burke says, just came back with a clickbait title, Abe. Ha. Got a problem with it? Don't want any of these. Got a problem with my clickbait? You know what, honestly, just give me a calculated. And then honestly, like, probably just draw? Draw? And then I hate to say, I think you just try to overblock for the next turn. Like, this is a pretty bad draw. I mean, we're getting through all the garbage in our deck, but we do need to, you know, Peace Pipe remove some strikes, you know? Okay, Corpse Explosion, Doppelganger, Skewer, they're all dead. Poison Stab, Blade Dance, Outmaneuver, Slice, no thank you. Let's fight the first elite. It's the head. Man, it's so tempting to just play Calculated Gamble, but I think you do play like a Defend and then an Outmaneuver, a Skewer, and a Doppel. ML Burke says, I'm happy anytime you're playing Spire. Well, I certainly hope so. If you just came back, you should also look at the top left corner of your screen here to see exactly what kind of a run we're playing here. And you can't activate the Act 4 boss on this as, you know, either, but oh well. Really don't want to waste pen nib, but are we really going to play nothing else? I guess we're going to play nothing else. I mean, that's as good as it gets. You might as well keep a leg sweep, because he's gonna start hitting hard now. You really gotta like thin out this deck a little bit. He's just filled with garbage that's not worth holding or playing. We'll get there though, we'll get there. I did not build a Mimi deck capable of like easily winning a A0 run. I'm building for when, you know, the nonsense of the endless kind of shows up. It's about to be filled with curses too. Only one! Only one! Power potion, probably better than a colorless potion. Infinite blades. I'll take another upgraded leg sweep. And then, you know what? Why don't we start toking out these strikes? Should have probably done a curse, but you know what? Whatever. It's the Reptomancer. You're not that scary right now, lady. You're not that scary, lady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, not exactly what I was hoping for, but we'll take it, and then just hit you, strike you, skewer you. It's not a very good turn, but we stacked up block for the future. This is really what I just wanted, which is a corpse explosion. Because you'll corpse explode even if you just perish on your own. Actually, the Survivor would have been worth a little bit more there. But, you know what? Whatever. We'll just accept that the buffer is gonna get hit here. You know what? Luckily we can hold these. Bit of a slower fight against Reptomancer than I would like, but you know what? We'll do it anyways. That's pen nib. Oh, the more things change, the more they stay the same. A horribly timed pen nib on a neutralize that did 4 damage. Could have saved it for a skewer. What a noob. What a freaking noob. Well, you know what? There you go. That works. Matrushka. Hey, we get 1 curse, but also 2 relics coming up. That's good. Could take a concentrate to discard. I don't think that's necessary. Normality. Not a very good one. In fact, I think we might want to go to the right just so we can purge that very quickly. Heal to full, lose 9, gain 333 gold, lose golden idol. You know what? Wouldn't it be worth more to save this if we're going endless? Lose skewer, well-laid plans, or corpse explosion. Well, we have a replacement skewer. We'll get rid of normality. Early Noxious is okay. Backflip. Piercing Whale's actually decent. They're only doing 5 damage, so Flask. Gamble. I hate not being able to play Corpse Explosion, but if it is what it is what it is. Was really hoping for a well-laid plans, but that's okay. That's okay, Dad. There's our well-laid plans. Oh, we drew. It's a good draw. Duraco asks, I know almost nothing about Endless, but can't you get it again in Endless? I don't know. I don't know how the Endless mechanics actually work. Like, I don't know if you can actually get the same relics multiple times. I really don't. I'm a bit clueless. But you know what? That's why I'm doing it. I wanna know. I wanna know what the heck Endless is all about. Should have played that first. We got lucky on the bounces. I wanna know what the heck this is all about. What's going on in Endless mode? Pardon me, never do that again. Your voice will appreciate it. So will your ears. Swift Potion, don't need it. Garbage, don't need it. It's another head. I mean, we fought you before. We'll fight you again if I have to. Although, admittedly, you're an annoying enemy, and I really do need my skewers and doppelgangers to show up, and Noxiouses. Gladair says you can breakfast yourself with the relics. I do remember that. We'll see how that works. We are weak, but I do have a neutralized Pednib Skewer, which seems great. 18 damage 11 times. I'll take it. If I'm not mistaken, how the relics work is that if you ever see a relic, you can't get it again. So if you go to a shop and the shop has a relic and you don't buy it, you'll lose it forever. So for instance, we did pass up on Dead Branch. I think that means that Dead Branch will never, ever, ever show up again in this run. So, you know, you've got to go to your shops when you have enough gold to buy everything that you want. Sent to the bottom of the relic pool. I think it never shows up again, but maybe it's been changed, maybe it's different now, or maybe it never worked the way I think it worked. I don't know. We're not gonna get a skewer to happen here, but we can at least hit you with a lot of poison. Breakfast yourself? Oh yeah, that's an Isaac term. Every item in the game just turns into breakfast. And when you breakfast yourself, you know that you're screwed. We breakfast ourselves on a run of Isaac at one point when I looped the game 3 times. What's the scaling difficulty in Endless? Oh, we'll find out. No one tell him. Shh, shh. We'll find out though. Oh yes, we will. Anyways, let's toke out the other curses. And let's fight the third act boss. Maybe not use a power potion, though. Yeah, or maybe. I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna, like... Let's open up with a calculated gamble. Shung shing shing shung shing 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 shing. And then we do want a well-laid plans. We do want a noxious. I mean, I think we only have 2 powers, right? And then, you know, give me a doppel. Hit you with a neutralize. We'll hold on to. We're getting a lot of cards next turn. Just hold on to. Hold on to both of these. We're gonna have so much energy we can play backflip. And this is the turn we want to go balling out of control. Dagger spray. Corpse explosion. Prepared. Probably dump like a basic defend. Give me an outmaneuver. Leg sweep. 16 plus 12, 28 damage. 1 defend gets you there. Strike. It's a very good draw. And with both of the bird boys dead, pretty sure the Awakened One cannot kill us. Doing 24 damage, not really a problem. Wraith Form's a power 2. Yeah, but Wraith Form, we're not gonna play on this fight. In all likelihood, we'll just hold it. I mean, I guess in theory we could play Wraith Form if we really wanted to. I'm dumb, I forgot to play the defend. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna need to play Wraith Form. If we do play it, we'll play it at the very end. Do the piercing whale cheese, says Ogrim. Piercing whale cheese? What is piercing whale cheese? Because I have another one. Like, if you kill him, when he dies, does he lose his strength forever? That's what I would guess piercing whale cheese would mean. Yes, okay. Well, I mean, this is an opportunity to try it, so, piercing whale cheese. Yep, 0 strength. That's some pretty good cheese. Gambler of Legend says, didn't I learn it from here? I don't think I've ever done that. Maybe not, I haven't done it intentionally, I don't think, but it's a useful little tidbit right there. He doesn't have an opportunity to clear his debuffs because he's freaking dead. So you get to keep the, oh, no blocks. Oh, it's a block. He keeps his debuff forever. Forever. Anyways, we take 2, which is not that bad. Works on Time Eater and Champ too. Well, the time... What do you mean it works on them? Time Eater and Champ die. They don't... you can't keep them strength down forever. Oh, you know what? Okay, I see what you mean. If the enemy cleanses their buffs and debuffs, then when the Time Eater splits, he'll lose his strength gain as well. Interesting. It might, yeah, it might work. Might work. Never really considered that before. I get it though. Yeah, I do get it. So the Time Eater, let's say they're +4 strength. You use Piercing Will, they're -4. They cleanse their buffs and debuffs, now they're at 0. So you have actually applied that forever. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. This is a horrible turn, but you know what? We can get one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. I'm just trying to get Skewer back to Pen Nib. And, I will always love you. Content ID matched. Could have done this run a lot faster, but wouldn't have been as fun. Curse, get out of here. Corpse Explosion, Glass Knife, Blur, can't even play it. All right. Just almost there. I didn't save enough energy for my blocks, and then I ended turn. I could have played it prepared. Just taking damage for no reason. Okay. Now, what happens after? We get gold, we get a card. Bullet Time, Alchemize, Malaise. Definitely want a Malaise. And we get a third boss relic. Philosopher's Stone, Astrolabe, or Tiny House. Fantastic. Well, I don't really want Philosopher's Stone, but the energy would be nice. All enemies start with 1 strength. Dude, that's not that bad. I'll take it. And then, impressive, more. We get Spear of Blight, enemies do double damage. Enemies have 50% more health. Treasure rooms in future acts are replaced by elites. Elites no longer drop relics. Fantastic. Astrolabe could have been fun, but I wanted the 5th energy. So we can still buy relics from shops, but there's also a lot more elites, and then when we go to a treasure chest, we won't get cursed because it's not even going to be treasure. It's just going to be an elite that doesn't drop a relic. So let's go to maybe like a, we have 500 gold. Let's go to an early shop. And you have 76 HP. And you're dead. But enemies doing double damage and having more health is definitely a problem. Maybe we should not have taken Philosopher's Stone. By the way, welcome. Snecko's Skull, I want. Kunai, I think I do want it. And I think I want the hand drill. I think I just want to stack relics. I'm taking all of them. So you do 13 damage, but you only have 18 health, which is like definitely not that bad. So, you know, get struck. Hand drill hype. Deflect, Blade Dance, all out attack. Nah. We gotta really like straighten up the deck now. We need to purge everything that we're not using in order to like instantly KO the enemies. And yeah, we're gonna be removing all of our basics. I do wonder if we can maybe still grab a, we're discarding enough, but I wonder if we can still grab a, I want to see if I can avoid the shop because I don't have money for it. I want to see if I can maybe grab a Mind Blast, but we still haven't seen one yet. Let's go fight the elite. I don't want to go to the shop path. Pardon me, I really don't. I don't want to be locked in. Oh, it'll work. Oh, it'll work. Well-laid plans, outmaneuver, doppelganger, hold on to the malaise, and we'll have like 12 energy. You know, or I could just hit you with a like 13x skewer. You're actually dead. All right, let's see. What do you drop? A card. Okay, we'll take adrenaline. I'll take a card. Upgrade a card, I'll upgrade a card. You know, let's upgrade a Wraith form. And then let's just continue removing strikes and defends. It's a legitimate chest. Didn't expect that, but we get Mob Bank and Centennial Puzzle, so we should be able to stack up a lot of gold now. Go to a shop in the future. You're doing 21 damage, as expected. Double HP is still worse with Corpse Explosion except against blocking spheres, says Gladeair. Well, I mean, enemies that have double health, their allies will still take damage equal to max HP, so it's okay, I think. Because that was a question. Future acts. It must not have been this act. Oh no, maybe? Treasure room, maybe it means question mark treasures are elites? I don't know, we'll figure it out on the next act. I don't know what it means. It means something, okay? It means something. Yeah, it could have been because I was already in the act, or it could be that, you know, I just don't understand it, which is always a possibility. Does there still exist that one modifier where you can only play 15 cards in a single combat? Because I remember that was a horrible blight. I really hope it never, ever, ever shows up, but you never know, maybe it will. Another skewer would be nice, but I really just want to thin out the deck more than anything else. 12 damage to all enemies. I mean, honestly, I think he just... It doesn't matter if you take damage. And we're gonna kill an enemy. I think you just well-laid plans, Wraith form, defend, and then you can deal 20 damage to one dude. I think you should kill this guy. Hold on to dagger spray. Da 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 da. And then you can Corpse Explosion, dagger spray, pen nib. There you go. A little puzzly, but still acceptable. Skip this. So yeah, I don't want to go to the shop. I don't want relics to appear in the shop and then me not being able to buy them forever. This is not really the kind of draw that I'm looking for, but it's all of my defense cards. What a horrible draw, but you know what? I'll still play that. Yeah, roar. Roar to you too, my friend. And then, you know what? Take 70 damage. We have Orichalcum. I did not realize that. We do not need to play blocks if something's attacking me. Let's get to pen nib. Noxious Blur, Bullet Time. I mean, Bullet Time could be kind of useful. We do have a lot of cards in hand, but we have 5 energy. We tend to be able to play everything. So I think that's a skip. You have 105 HP and you do 33 damage. All right, kind of rough. I think that's okay though. Keep that buffer alive as long as you can. That's gonna be important, I feel. 24 damage. We're not gonna get to pen nib, but we can still do a lot of damage. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. Oh, it is because of the attack. Barely enough block. I just want to hold on to this dagger spray. Oh, we gotcha. Basically, as soon as we draw a skewer, we're fine. The worst slaver. Make sure he goes. Concentrate could be interesting, but I think that's too much energy. Let's keep purging these strikes. We're slowly making the deck a little better. Should have maybe gotten rid of a curse, because there is one in the deck, I think. Let's make sure we have enough energy next turn to maybe draw into a high-value skewer. I mean, it's just so good. I mean, it's a 14x skewer. I think you just do it. You can probably hold Wraith Form. They have 44 HP. This is now all of a sudden like a normal fight against these guys. I'm very glad I have Skewer, and I'm very glad I decided to go for Chemical X. It seems like that's been quite important. Oh my god. Sea Shark, welcome! I just got here, how does he have so many relics? We are on Endless mode. And as a result, we have Spear of Blight, enemies do double damage. Shield of Blight, enemies have 50% more health. And Mimic Infestation, treasure rooms are elites. We get another boss relic? Yo, this is great. Elites don't drop relics, so we'll take Astrolabe just to get rid of some cards. And we'll get rid of a strike and 2 defense, no problem. Eviscerate, Expertise, and another Prepared. That's not bad. So let's see, are there treasure chests? There are, okay, so this is the treasure chest, they're now elites. So Mimic Infestation means you get one more. Blackstar might make elites go from 0 to 1 relics. Well, it says they no longer drop relics, not, well, I don't know. It says makes them drop an additional relic, but if they don't drop relics, they can't drop an additional relic? I don't know, that's a very good question though. Would Blackstar override Mimic Infestation? I gotta be honest with you, I have no freaking idea. Anyways, this guy has 30 HP, which is like not that bad at all. Have a Bouncing Flask. You gotta love the double adrenaline. Also, he still has like the same amount of shield, which is nice. So we could just hit him a whole bunch. Also, we've actually made Eviscerate free. It's unexpected because I wasn't intending to do that, of course, but I mean, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Mighty Odin, welcome. How's it going today? How you doing? How you doing? I don't think we need another backflip. I don't think we need another acrobatics. We could go down to an infinite size deck at some point though. We have to remove a lot of cards admittedly, but we can do it. I'm sure. Gotta admit, I like this turn. So that's enough block. I think I just hit you with as much poison as possible. Oh, we should have at least played Skewer, that was silly. Keep forgetting that it is, you know, an empowered rather, Skewer. Okay, that was probably unnecessary to play, though. Might actually kill all of his armor. Not with the poison that we're dealing. Bonic Lettuce says, hey, Mighty Odin, I finally got a flagellant. In your El Darkest Dungeon run, I do like a good flagellant in Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, you know what I mean. Choose one of 20 cards to add. I mean, honestly, a lot of this stuff is really good, like Terror, Tactician, another Calculated Gamble. I don't think we need it prepared, but I know you can go infinite with enough like Tacticians and Reflexes and draws discard. And we actually have a lot of discard in the deck, so I'll take it. You know what? Later, sucker. Could have probably run the math on that, but whatever. Could have probably run the math and figured out if we actually did need to play it for all of that energy, but, you know, our friend is gonna die pretty shortly anyways. Assuming I can actually find something in this deck that can do damage. The answer seems to be no, I can't. Hold on. Found a skewer. Can kill. Deflect, Crippling Cloud. I do like a good Crippling Cloud. We're back up to 37 cards. Gladair says, I looked it up. The only source I can find is a 4-year-old Reddit post that says Mimic Infestation and Black Star is 0 relics. You know what? That's very interesting to know. Thank you for looking that up. I will assume that that's correct. You get nothing, Jon Snow. You get nothing, Relic Snow. Hoping to draw something useful here. They do a lot of damage, don't they? Don't they? I mean, let's be honest, they're dead. But I mean, we might as well play correctly and like at least try to get to Pen Nib. Cool! Outmaneuver, setup, sucker, acrobatics. Still think we skip. And then we will purge an injury. Dude, +3 strength on turn 1, no problem. I want to visit, I think, this shop. I mean, we can visit a shop on the next floor. If we go this path, we can actually get 2 campfires. Let's go the campfire path. No reason to upgrade strikes and defend. We're actively removing those, so let's purge a defend. I will fight a tiny gremlin leader with his tiny sneaky gremlins. Gremlin leader. That's ink bottle draw, which is nice. Get rid of a defend. I mean, I'm gonna kill these enemies on this turn. Actually, I think I'm gonna kill the gremlin leader on this turn. That's pretty good. Wraith form, Bane, dagger throw, outmaneuver. I think another Wraith form is always going to be helpful, at least for now. Let's purge a... God, this deck is so thick. Let's purge another defend, because it's non-upgraded, and then maybe we'll start thinking about other cards that we have doubles of. We'll start thinning out the deck, make it a little bit more consistent. Okay, it seems like a good Wraith form opportunity. This guy sucks. Why are you so, like, anxious to try to kill me? What did I ever do to you? $13 damage 9 times. That's 117 damage, I think. Well, I hope it's 117 because I'm just gonna play it. Backstab. A free attack turn 1 is nice, but we already have such a strong turn 1. I don't think we need it. Yeah, we'll just keep purging cards. I mean, we could upgrade cards at some point. Do like a upgraded tactician. I would like to keep tactician in the deck because if we can go infinite, we should go infinite for as long as we can until the game says you can't do that anymore. So I do like it. What's 9 times 13? We just did this math. It's 117, right? Guess we'll dump. We don't need Wraith Form. We don't need a dagger spray. I think I'd rather just get a little bit of poison out there. 12 damage. Might as well. Still need a Mind Blast. If we have a Mind Blast, you know, I can start adding every card in the deck. At least until the enemies get double health, and then all of a sudden that Mind Blast isn't killing them. So maybe having a more consistent deck with Wraith Form is appropriate. I don't want to play any of this. Give me other cards. Yeah, a much better turn. Need to upgrade that bouncing flask. Oh, there we go, there we go. Hit, hit. Get closer to pen nib. Blur. Blur. I mean, an upgraded blur is not bad, but we're just gonna keep purging cards out of the deck anyways. Like, out of all of this, what do we not need? We probably don't need an expertise, but we sometimes have enough energy when that can be appropriate for us. I think maybe what we don't need is, maybe like a glass knife? I mean, it's a worse dagger spray right now. Kind of. 630 HP, huh? What we need is a catalyst. Goodness. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Dump Tactician, dump. We're not gonna play Calculated. And we're not gonna play Wraith Form. And we're not gonna need Outmaneuver. We actually don't need a Piercing Wail. So we're at Pen Nib. Let's draw. Let's blur. Then let's draw again. Draw again. Draw again. We should probably save the Malaise to play it with a massive energy turn. Which means maybe we should actually save Doppelganger, but I can't. Yeah, let's save them both. Let's try to Malaise this fool. Let's also try to do the cheese where we can, like, completely negate his strength or something. When did you gain 1 strength? Oh, right. Philosopher's Stone. Kind of forgot about that one, didn't I? Anyways, we have a double damage skewer. Don't think we want to play it, though. I think we want to stall on that. Now, dump, actually, I think we dump the skewer. I still want this guy to have as much poison as possible. Or I could give him 9 strength down. Or we can give him even more strength down next turn, because we'll get 7 extra energy. Yeah, let's give him 14 strength down. I think that's good enough. Oh, we could have given him more. I failed you. Okay, and now we're just gonna try to stack up another energy turn with outmaneuver so we can double damage a skewer. It's a bit of a slow fight, admittedly, but I don't have the particular cards that I'm hoping for right now. Ah, screw it. We can add a burst and a catalyst. We can get down to like a 5-card deck that nukes anything in turn 1 with like 3,000 poison damage. And I believe we can make it happen. I honestly do. It might take a while, but I believe we can make it happen. You're already 13 strength down. I don't need to give you any more. But he is gonna purge his debuffs on this turn. I mean, we've got some, like, good combos here. Weakness is gonna be really good. We're gonna keep Wraith Form and Leg Sweep for next turn. Yeah, this is okay. We could play Wraith Form on this turn, and we can have 5 turns of intangibility, but I actually think we might need more turns to kill this guy. He still has 200 HP. You're doing this 60 damage, huh? 1, 2. You know what? I think we can get you. We have enough to, like, draw discard. I think we can get him. Little risky, but we need to do damage as well. We gave him vulnerability thanks to the hand drill. We're also very slowly gaining dex. I have not been thinking about kunai at all. Really should be. 42 damage. I think we can play Wraith Form. Now we'll just stack up as much blur block as possible. We'll play the other Wraith Form. And all we gotta do is hit him like a couple more times and he's toast. He's dead. Okay, well, we made it through the second boss on loop 2. We still need a deck that's more capable of killing these bosses that have 1,000 HP. But we're getting there. I think a burst is very helpful. I think another Wraith Form is also incredible, but we do want a burst. We get more. It's so good. Hovering Kite, we're discarding every turn. This is just guaranteed energy at this point. Rudic Dome is also tempting, but we discard once per turn easily. We're back into Act 3. We're back, baby. So I want heavy question marks, heavy campfires, and a shop. So I actually really like this path right here. 21 damage. Dump it. Dump it. There's our extra energy. Draw. Draw. Lots of prepareds. What a weird turn. I mean, we could just burst Calculated Gamble and like discard our whole deck if we want. Or we could just kill him with a pen nib. It's the easy math. the math you never have to think about. I do think we want another bouncing flask. We're having a hard time actually adding poison. Honestly, on this fight, I'm just gonna play Wraith Form. Seems a little strange, but basically on this fight, we're just gonna use Corpse Explosion anyways. It's not gonna take more than 5 turns. Oh, look. You know, might as well just not play the other prepared. Man, we have a lot of energy. We have too much energy, really. At least these enemies also don't scale. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Give me that sweet burst. Now all I need is 2 bursts and like 4 catalysts and 1 deadly poison. Actually, what we want is like burst, adrenalines, and then from the adrenalines, I'll take an acrobatics, we go into like a bouncing flask and multiple catalysts. Secret weapon, leg sweep, well-laid plans, skewer. Whenever you shuffle, gain 6 block. Normal enemy combats are no longer encountered. I think we just want to buy all of the relics, and I'll buy a card removal too, like why not? I'll be honest with you, neutralize has not really been important, not with the malaise that we have. And I don't think those cards are even worth adding. Yes, please take a distilled chaos potion. You have given me Sundial, thank you. Thank you, friend. Jawworm. Heck is... I mean, they're not attacking, so this is not a very bad opening move here. Hold on, I need to see my pen nib, please. Thank you, it's 3. And do you even Predator? You just play your prepared. I don't even know what you do here. I'm starting to just kind of like lose focus. I don't know, I think you just double calculated gamble. Sure, Crippling Cloud. That's my card. Of course, that's the card. Ah, yes, the card I wanted. Thank you. I don't know, I think you're dead. All right, that was pretty good. Another tactician. I mean, again, we could go infinite, but I think eventually this mode does ruin your ability to go infinite. So I think we just want to keep limiting the size of the deck right now and then slowly reduce the size until we finally find, hopefully, a Mind Blast at some point. Doing 35 damage, huh? 45 damage, huh? That's a number. Oh, draw. God, that's so good. Glad I upgraded burst, because I'm just gonna burst, double 9 malaise you, and then all of a sudden you're doing nothing. The heck, I mean, I guess you just get rid of leg sweep. He's weak for 18 turns. Look, as long as you don't add a curse to my deck. You son of a gun. Oh, you son of a gun. That cost me 3 max HP, buddy. I hope you're proud of yourself. Oh, you son of a gun. He's done it. Honestly, when he rolled like 5 times and I didn't get the curse, I was like, maybe he can't curse you here? On turn 1? No, he can curse you on turn 1, no problem. Well, I refuse to let you hurt me, so let me just calculated gamble once again. I don't know what to freaking play. I'm just kind of looking for more powers, you know? Not really powers, I guess, just more. Well, we've already played our powers. The good ones, anyways. We have a tactician coming up? Yeah, there we go. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this tactician now that I have it. Just hold on to skewer. Yeah, okay. Acrobatics, Prepared, Endless Agony, Cloak and Dagger. I still think we want to keep skipping cards like this. Let's purge that curse. Thank you very much. And then we want to go heavy question marks into camp. So we do have to fight one elite, but elites are weaker anyways, and it's just the nemesis, which is not that bad. Just the nemesis? Dump it. And dump the... We already have a leg sweep, dump the other one. Draw. Prepared. Dump. Dump. Adrenaline. Can't quite get to a double damage skewer, but can get to a skewer that does 130 damage. Which is pretty good. Oh, now it's slightly more. It's 143 damage. Ah, screw it. I'll give you 10 melees. Not quite at the point where I'm going infinite, but we can still apply 10 melees on turn 1, which is pretty good. Okay, I like it. Draw. Apply a lot of poison. Apply more poison. Apply more poison. I mean, we're kind of mini going infinite, but mostly it's just playing cards that don't really synergize with one another. Also, I just use Pen Nib to do 1 damage. So, you know, that shows you where my head is in the game. Prepared. You're doing 3 damage? Okay, I'm not really that concerned anymore. Okay, burst, corpse explosion, eviscerate, skewer. Okay. After image, piercing well, dagger throw, dodge and roll. Nope. It's a shop. Well, if there's relics to buy, there's relics to buy. I actually do like anchor. And then we will purge. Actually, we don't need to spend money on purging. We can save it to buy more relics. Duplicate a card. I would like to duplicate a card. Duplicate a card. Duplicate a card. Duplicate a card. I would like to duplicate a, I think a burst. Always useful. I don't see any way that a burst can go wrong, really, kind of, maybe. I mean, we could burst. Now we'll draw 4 cards. Then we'll adrenaline twice. Then we'll calculate a gamble twice. There's my adrenaline I want. Goodbye. Do we still have one? We still have 1 doubling, so give me a doubled crippling cloud. Alright, that was pretty good. Oh, we still have another doubling, actually. Alright, we also have 74 block. Alright, this is a pretty good run. all things considered. All things considered, I kind of like the run. I think we went through the deck once, like fully. I don't even have energy to burst again. That's kind of funny. Anyways, I think if I corpse explosion you will kill your friend. That's fun. Deflect, all out attack, poison stab. I mean, I do kind of like a zero cost deflect to maybe get rid of all of our defends and we can play this as we draw. Like deflect and backflip. But we still need to just remove cards, I think, before we worry about stuff like that. Like for instance, what do we want here? I think we want to remove a... I want to remove like a piercing whale, because we have one in the deck, right? Who are we fighting? This guy? Yeah, let me remove a piercing whale. Fight for a relic? Can't fight other elites for a relic. I'll fight you guys, no problem. Well, I think you Wraith form, Skewer, Doppel, and all we're looking for is the other Wraith form, and then a corpse explosion, and they're both dead. Pretty much what we wanted. Oh my god, it still is going, huh? Dump a leg sweep, I guess. More adrenaline. Backflip. Should have bursted the backflip. I don't know, burst prepared. At least we got to the Wraith form. Can dump a, I don't know, expertise. And the other prepared. Burst draw. There's the other Wraith form. Eviscerate. Predator dagger spray, now all of a sudden we're on pen nib, and you're dead and you're doing 423 damage. And can no longer become frail. Nice. Alright, boss. Yeah, we should probably upgrade. The adrenalines would be nice. But I still think we wanted to start continuing rather to purge cards. The question is just what? We have 2 bouncing flasks, which I think is okay. I don't really think energy is a big problem. We probably could get rid of outmaneuver, but renewable energy is good to have. I think maybe we want to get rid of expertise, predator, eviscerate. Start kind of thinning out the deck in that fashion. I mean, it's a 30 card deck. We have a lot of duplicates. If we start removing cards one at a time, eventually we'll get there, right? It's just hard to get there. There's a lot of stuff in this freaking deck. I will keep... No, we're on pen nib. We should wait until we get a skewer. Dump the predator. Burst. Corpse explosion. Malaise. Need 9. So 18 down plus weakness. We're gonna lose our buffer on 1 damage. Why is the defend still here? I still have a defend in the deck? I do. We should get rid of defend. We should probably also get rid of the survivor, because we have tons of predators. And by predators, I mean, prepareds. Yeah, that's the card, right? We should probably also get rid of bouncing flasks, but we'll do those eventually. You're doing 0 damage, just gotta kill you guys. I mean, a skewer does it, but it is a pen nib. Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. Thank you for the energy. Eviscerate's gonna be free. I mean, you know, if we can make a free eviscerate like every turn, that's pretty good, right? Maybe it's not worth removing from the deck if we can go infinite like this. Yeah, I think that's a good move there. Just apply the poison. It'll kill him in like 10 turns. Burst Tactician Calculated Gamble, yes please. Ah, screw it. Gets through the deck faster. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, honestly, with Ink Bottle, we're almost getting to enough draw to counteract all the prepareds. It just takes a while. Sorry, Eviscerate, but I have to draw more. I mean, if we can keep getting to Tacticians, we're getting close. Hold on. Okay, there's Tactician. Whatever. 150 block, why not? End turn. Let's actually hit you next turn. We have 9 energy. That's pretty good. No burst, though. Okay, give me a Crippling Cloud, Predator, Bouncing Flask, Corpse Explosion. Actually, rather quick turn on that one. Still hitting for 18. You dead yet? I'd love to get to the other blur if possible. Roll over 160 block for like his big turn or something. There we go. Burst, double blur. I mean, I suppose if I can do that literally every turn, then no one will be able to hit me, right? Also, we gain dex. The first dex the whole combat. We don't have many attacks. A lot of it is just slow poison buildup, huh? Well, let's do it again. I guess we'll keep leg sweep. It's worth playing. Get rid of Tactician. And then honestly, don't even play this. Just let him slowly get poisoned. Every time we play, 9 poison, gets him killed slightly faster. You know what? Speaking of getting him killed slightly faster. All I need is a Burst Catalyst added to this deck. Still have 2 turns of Blur, too. Prepared, dump it, and dump it. We're on pen nib. If we draw a skewer, I'm probably just gonna play it just to finish off this fight. This guy is living a lot longer than I was hoping. All right, you know what? Who needs a... Who needs a pen skewer? Now, do we get another boss relic? I don't know what I would want, but I'll take another boss relic. We get another boss relic. Now, Runic Pyramid might be a little much, because I don't know what's gonna happen eventually, and we have no problems drawing, and we can thin out the deck so that we can draw. So I actually think you go Empty Cage, and you just keep purging garbage. Like, we don't need a defend, we don't need a survivor. Get those out of here. Let's keep going. You can play no more than 15 cards per turn. So this is where it gets tricky, because you can no longer go infinite. Also, enemies are way stronger, 175 and 100%. So Time Maze, you cannot play more than 15 cards per turn. So how the heck do you get around that? Well, this is where Mind Blast would come into play, so that you could actually Mind Blast and kill enemies in like a single hit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's go kill this one cultist. It wouldn't matter if I had a catalyst, because then I could kill everything in one turn, but because I don't have a catalyst yet, it still takes us a little while to ramp up our damage. My God, he's done it. Now we can literally purge every card from the deck that we don't want and kill things in one turn. So I think we do buy. Just to have it, and then, you know, I think we actually probably buy card removal too, because now we know what we want, which is completely ruin the deck down to like 5 cards, and then we burst Catalyst every turn. So let's start by getting rid of, like, we have 4 prepareds, 2 adrenalines, and an eviscerate. Let's get rid of a dagger spray. We're gonna have to do a lot of removal. Or again, alternatively, you look for a Mind Blast, which we've not seen. So that's 5 cards. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we actually did hit the 15 limit. And that was not a particularly good turn, but we still hit the 15 limit. This card is discarded, draw 2 cards. If we could go infinite, this is what we want, but we have a 15 card limit. We don't want a reflex. We want to delete cards from our deck now. And we've got to do that like as quickly as possible. You do 25 damage, huh? Where are we? 8? We've already played 8 cards. Holy crap. 10. 11. I feel like I haven't even done anything yet. 12. 13. 14. 15. You might as well just play the doppelganger. We played 15 cards and we got nothing done. So we've got to thin out the deck from the combo elements because our combo's been ruined thanks to Time Maze. Now, like, our combo is weirdly just build as many... Build as much energy as possible and then just play a skewer. So we're just gonna keep purging. We can probably get rid of like a backflip or one of the bouncing flasks. We probably don't need a well-laid plans either, but it's still worth having, I think. We probably could get rid of outmaneuver, but let's get rid of a prepared. We got too many prepareds in the deck. And then we want to go the right path. Lots of camps. Become cursed. We don't really need that much gold. 15 cards per battle? No. I don't know if you could actually win off of 15 cards per battle. So fortunately, that's not what it is. Okay, 24 poison, that's okay. Dump it. Burst, bouncing flask, catalyst. So we just gotta keep deleting the deck until we can make this happen every turn, and then we'll have 6,000 damage on turn 1 every combat. I don't think we need a second corpse explosion though. We wanna purge that. So I think now we'll get rid of a backflip. It's non-upgraded and, you know, they gotta go. I will definitely remove a card from my deck for free, and I'll remove, let's say, another prepared. And now we'll remove... We could probably remove Piercing Wail, but we don't need damage, so we'll get rid of Eviscerate. Down to 27 cards. We added in a lot, but, you know, we finally got Catalyst. We needed the cards. So gold is, you know, relics. Sure, I will find another relic. It is the Courier. I mean, that's a good one. The only negative is that we have to go to a shop with like 2,000 gold now to buy it out. So it's actually not that good now that I think about it. A little risky. Let's get rid of outmaneuver. We don't need it anymore because we just need to kill off of the catalyst. Which is pretty much what we got. Although I'm not gonna play it. I'm just gonna play a big malaise and a doppel. Is that a bot? Begone bot. Thank you for Dacula. Good catch. Give me another bouncing flask. No. Tactician, Predator. Do we have another burst coming up? We do. We should try to draw into that. Burst, Corpse Explosion. He's definitely flipping. There's no problem with that. But can we get even further into his death? I guess we do have a skewer. We can play 2 more cards. 1, 2. 167 poison. Not bad. Honestly, we can now play our Wraith forms because he's dead in 2 turns. All right, Act 1 boss dead. Do you think we're gonna get another boss relic? How many of those do you think you get? Let's see. I mean, we don't actually need another Adrenaline. You do get another one! And it's Runic Pyramid again. I guess these just stay with you forever. We don't need to rest at rest sites, I don't think. But do we want it? I don't even know if we want it. I don't even know if we want Runic Pyramid. What if our hand gets full of, like, curses? I don't know. Should we take Runic? If I'm not mistaken, the last time I did an Endless run, you only got boss relics from your first, like, 3 combats. So this is a little strange, but we don't need energy. I want to be able to upgrade still, so we can't take Fusion Hammer. I guess maybe you could just skip. Yeah? Like, we don't need energy. Maybe eventually you can't pick up any more of those relics, but I mean, if we get Burst, Poison, Catalyst, that's it. We don't need anything else, do we? So I kind of see my path. Lots of resting, lots of question marks, right up here. Although, no, there's probably more question marks on this path. Yeah, we want to skip the shop though, because we don't have enough gold. We'll need like 1,000. We also need to upgrade this catalyst. You know, maybe we should have taken the cup. Because if we end up killing all the enemies on turn 1, we'll never need to rest anyways. That's my theory. We'll definitely double up on catalyst. I hate it. Give me tungsten rod. And then I'm not gonna buy anything else because I don't wanna, these aren't necessary for an endless run. Prismatic shard would be kind of funny. But we don't need any of these relics, and I don't want anything to be swapped underneath that might be worth it. Like for instance, if we can get Unceasing Top and Cursed Candle, we can eventually, thanks to Tungsten Rod, draw infinitely. So I don't think we want this. Gambler of Legend says, get it, the shard, trust me. I don't think we want it. I'm sorry, but I don't think we want it. I don't see the point of it. Because we have to build our deck such that we can kill every enemy within 15 cards. Anyways, you're not dead, which is a little surprising, but that's okay. Can you draw infinitely? I mean, we can draw as much as we want, but we can only play 15 cards, which is the issue with this. You know, we have to find a way, hopefully, to kill every enemy within 15 cards, so we can kill them on turn 1. That's why we're slowly purging cards out of our deck. We're gonna try to build up to the point where everything dies as quickly as possible. Give me a draw? Give me another draw? Gotta find our catalyst at some point. We should really Corpse Explosion you, though. When you run out of relics, does it restock with ones that you've seen? I don't think so, but admittedly, I do not know. Which is part of the reason why this is an interesting experiment. Gambler of Legend says, I'm 99% sure. Again, that's not how it worked the last time I did this, but the last time I did this was years ago, before they had changed it, so they probably changed it since the last time I did it. And by probably, I mean definitely. Poison Potion, Crippling Cloud. I'm just gonna upgrade the catalysts. Kind of forgot that I haven't done this yet. Book of Stabbing's annoying, but we do have great malaises, so he's not really that much of a problem. Hate to say it, but this feels like a calculated gamble. Yeah, it's a lot better. In fact, Burst, Adrenaline, Malaise. Now we can pretty much take as much time as we want. Connie says, when you run out of relics, all future relics should be, I bought all the relics in the game and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. That would be nice. I do like that. I like the sound of that. Chunk, chunk, chunk. 26 damage. I guess you can still do damage. I did forget about that. My bad. Well, burst, bouncing flask. Catalyst. It's only 131, so you are still living. I don't know where I got 1 energy from, but thank you. Deadly poison is interesting, but I don't think it's necessary. We're gonna keep removal. Actually, no, we need to... I'd rather upgrade, then we'll focus on removal, I think. Okay, burst. You might as well corpse explosion, like, you. Actually, maybe we could have killed the gremlin leader now that I'm looking at it. We're almost at pen nib too, but I don't think we're gonna get to pen nib. Anyways, I'm pretty sure he's dead next turn. He's dead this turn. Get him, boys! Power potion. You know, power potion's probably better than regen because it could give us like intangibility on a desperate turn. Obtain a special relic? We can get 2 of these? Nope, it's the circlet. It doesn't even have a hover over description. It is the item of you have gained too many relics. You can't get any more. All right. I will take the book, why not? Enchiridion, a free power turn 1, is not the book I wanted, but in theory we could get all the books because they're independent, right? I think. Dude, I will fight you, no problem. Oh good, Caltrops. It's exactly what I always wanted, a Caltrops. Screw this. Hand kinda blows. Much better. Nine cards. 10, 11. 12, 13. 14, 15. Well, as good as it gets. I can only play up to 15 cards per turn. You will pay for this. Actually, I didn't pay, and that's the entire reason we're in this fight to begin with. I don't know where you were when this whole thing began. Yeah, I would also enjoy it if all the counters were available on one screen. Does make it a little hard to see what's going on sometimes. But we got the red mask. Don't need any of those. We don't even need Noxious in the deck. We should remove the existing one. I mean, we got a lot of stuff to remove, let's be honest. That's better. $36. You think we can get to another catalyst? I kind of forget where it is in the deck here. There it is. 328 poison. 300 poison turn 1 is not bad. We still need to get there faster, but we're getting there. You're doing 22 damage. Really not that bad. Do we have anything bottled? I've not seen a bottle yet. Bottles are still something I'm very much interested in. We don't need a well-laid plans, but we really do not need a Noxious. Thank God the relic activation animations are quite fast. It is fast mode. I mean, this is honestly not a very bad turn 1. Unfortunately, Bouncing Flask is a rather slow card. But it does inflict a lot of poison, so I really like it. No, no, no. Dump this. Dump this. We still have a lot of cards we can play, so let's try to draw. Do we have a burst coming up? We absolutely do. Well, in that case, you doppelganger, hold both catalysts, and the boss is dead. What's 64 times 9 times 9? 64 times 81? 5,160, or sorry, 5,143 poison. There you go. Only 10 times overkill. Well, don't want any of those. We get another choice at relics. You might as well take Slaver's Collar. You might as well take Black Star as well when it shows up. But maybe not, maybe it's unnecessary. And then we want as many question marks and camps as possible. So question, 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 skip, question, question, question. I want to go faster. It's not a very good opening turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We actually don't even have any poison. Oh no, we do. We have 1 Corpse Explosion, which is good enough. So Corpse Explosion Catalyst is 184. That's 1,000 if you play another Catalyst on top of it. Add 3 colorless cards to your deck. I don't think colorless cards matter. Don't matter. Don't matter. Don't matter. Yeah, these don't matter at all. Don the Red Mask, gain 222 gold. Sure. Lose max HP, receive 2 Madness, lose 8 HP. I mean, you might as well cost me a little bit of max. We do want orange pellets, I think. Master of Strat was okay, except it's not, because eventually we want to get down to 0 cards anyways. Lantern's okay. Tiny Chest is okay. And then we don't want any of this. We don't even want Mummified Hand, because eventually, again, we're gonna get to the point where everything dies in turn 1, and we have all of our cards in the first turn. We do not care about Mummified Hand, and I don't want to run the risk of this being Blue Candle and can't afford it. We want Blue Candle. We want Blue Candle to show up because we want to be able to purge curses later, I think. Tiny Chest is not okay. I think it actually is because it allows us to accumulate more relics faster. Which is kind of the end game victory condition. Skewer, leg sweeps, doppelganger, corpse explosion. I think we'll dump. A prepared. Tiny chest, curse key synergy. I mean, eventually we just won't open the chests, but as long, like, it's worth a relic to purge 1 card out of our deck. That's like, it takes no time to do that. That's my thinking anyways. Well, definitely not what we want. What's 8 times 9? 72. It's not quite enough to kill anything, except it kind of is. It's acrobatics? Actually, I think we're gonna have to Wraith form, which is fair. Well, not really. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna have infinite energy next turn. I think there'll be elites that don't drop anything. Ah! Okay, now... There's the anti-synergy I forgot about. Mimic infestation, tiny chest. Okay, yeah, that might be a bit of a problem. Why didn't you guys tell me that sooner? God, chat, what do you think I have you around for? Well, you know, we'll just live with it. I mean, half the fun in Slay the Spire is fighting enemies, so, you know, we just want to keep fighting enemies if we can. Why am I here if I'm not willing to fight some enemies? See, it's just one giant head that has 750 HP. That's no problem. Well, this is gonna be interesting, but I think we burst a burst. Then we'll crippling cloud. Prepared. Double up on a bouncing. Catalyst. You're not quite dead, huh? Well, there you go. This guy has so much HP that he kind of scales a little bit more than your average enemy, huh? Lose golden idol, gain 333 gold. I mean, the golden idol's been fine so far. Remove a card, yes please. Let's purge a... I actually do not think we need well-laid plans anymore. Shop is not what I wanted, but admittedly, the relics are all bad, so I'm not gonna buy them. I'm gonna let them filter out, and eventually maybe we will be able to pick up a cursed candle, which I still think is important if my understanding of this mode is correct. Although toolbox is also interesting. We definitely do not need Eternal Feather, because these are shop relics on the last column here, so I'll buy toolbox. You never know if our hand gets filled with garbage and toolbox is like, shuffle your hand. So I think we can probably get rid of Skewer at this point. We don't need a physical damage card. It's also the same boss. I mean, we definitely do not need Apotheosis, but you might as well hold it. It upgraded like 2 cards. You know, it made Adrenaline better, thank you. Just waiting, okay, there's my burst. Okay, no, get rid of Lake Sweep. Burst. Corpse Explosion. Catalyst. There you go. Dun 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 dun. I don't know why I keep looking at the cards. It's not like I actually get any value from those cards anymore. We want to now dump... Actually, I don't think we need 3 Wraith Forms. But we only have 2, so that's better. What about dumping... a garbage bouncing flask? We have 3 other poison cards. Smith the Adrenaline. Yeah, we should probably smith a little bit, but I'm still of the opinion that getting rid of cards is good too. I guess none of these are any good, but I'll take that one, just so we can dump it. We will weaken you and then draw. And then Adrenaline. And then this is a bad turn, so give me a calculated. Much better. Well, you're going first. You're gonna do 200 damage to your boss, which is honestly not that good, but I'll take it. You know what? It is worth this, I think. And then you're 8 strength down, which is good enough. Yeah, bouncing flask, if there's multiple enemies, it's hard to hit, so I don't know what to do about that. We'll figure something out. We can spend 1 catalyst on him. Okay, you're dead now. I guess we'll just stack up block right now. Sure. The boss will be dead. And then, sure, give me 18 energy and 18 card draw next turn. Now you are doing 110 damage, but I also have 18 energy, so I'm hoping that's gonna be enough here. Hilariously, this draw sucks. Okay, we've got a burst. We can play 10 more cards. We have 26 energy. Give me... Do I even want to block, or do I just want to draw? I'll still burst the catalyst. 184 poison's probably enough. Well, I mean, it definitely is, because I'll just play both the Wraith forms now. Skewer would be pretty good now. Ogrim says, how have we not seen Nightmare in 3 loops? Yeah, I know it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I gotta stop playing Bouncing Flasks. The animation takes too long. Sure, give me a burst, leg sweep, whatever, end turn, he's dead. You know what would be fun? Defect might be okay here too, because with the passive value of the orbs, I'm betting that you can get some massive damage and block like every turn. Sozu, Busted Crown, or Sacred Bark. Gain energy, future card rewards have 2 less cards to choose from. Can no longer obtain potions. I mean, I think potions are fine. I think we skip this. More! Muzzle, you can no longer increase your max HP, all healing is halved. Well, I'm glad I drank that potion. Hey Mud, how's it going? Welcome to the Endless Spire run. Bark, obviously. I don't think we want Bark on this one. What I do want is all of the question marks and all of the rests. So rest. Man, there's a lot of combat on this path, but there are a lot of rest points as well. Why do we skip the Bark? I skipped the Bark because I don't know. This is a good card. I don't know how it affects things. You know, I don't know if the, I don't know how many boss relics you can get, and I'd rather get other boss relics in the future when we don't need our current relics anymore. Or rather, when we don't need to, like, okay. The Fusion Hammer. I want to pick up Fusion Hammer, but I want to upgrade Adrenalines, Malaise, stuff like that first. If we're gonna keep those in the deck. Then I'll take that. So it's all just about, yo, Hand of Greed. It's all just about wanting to do it later, I think. Also, I want to get Hand of Greed here. Want to be affected by loops, not how many relics we have. I haven't done this before, okay? I have a thought in my head for how I want it to work, and I'm gonna try to make it work. I'm learning. Adrenaline. Leg sweep, blur, doppelganger, calculated, malaise. I want to see if I can get money. Didn't see our debuffs. 250% more damage, 150% more HP, and you can no longer increase your max HP. Healing is halved. So we're at 16, we're at the perfect amount of HP for the rest of the run. You love to see it. You have 25. How much does Hand of Greed do? 20? Damn it, I have nothing else that does damage. Hold on. Maybe we can draw fast enough to get to Hand of Greed and use it to get a kill. Hold on. Acrobatics, Tactician, Burst, Prepared. Draw, Hand of Greed is still on our hand. No, we have to dump it. Calculated gamble, no, save your hand. Healing after bosses is terrible now, I suppose. I don't know. This is a bit of a long run. Well, that's not a very good turn. Also, we didn't draw a Hand of Greed, so, you know, the money on that guy is dead. How about this guy? Can we get him? All right, we got 20 gold. I'll take it. Find loot, 25% chance of a monster returning. I'll fight monsters. They might even drop a relic because it's actually like a weird combat encounter. It's a pretty horrible turn one though, so why don't we adrenaline, calculated gamble. I mean, you might as well get him closer to death. Can't really play too many more cards, though. Do I really not have, like, a corpse explosion? There it is. I was wondering where it was. Well, there you go, letter opener, fantastic. Also, we saw that earlier on the run, which means that the relics will loop. Very interesting. I did not think that would be how that works, but it looks like the relics will in fact loop. So now you know. Now here's the question. Do you try to go for another Hand of Greed kill, even if it will take like a million years? I mean, I think we might be able to. 31? If we play like 6 skills, we'd have to play 9 skills? That's like not bad. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. 6. Dump, dump. Dump, dump. I'm just waiting for it. There it is. I want the gold, man. Connie says at 4 a.m. I should get some sleep, but this run is too interesting. This run is really strange, but it's kind of fun. You know what? Give me a secret technique into a calculated gamble. This draw sucks. There we go. Burst. Corpse explosion. Catalyst. Burst catalyst. 1600 poison. How did we get 3000 that one time? Because that's what we need to build towards, but it's taken us a while to get to these card removal options. I mean, you gotta try. I'm not gonna try too hard on this one, but you gotta try. There we go. All right, sorry, Hand of Greed. Maybe next time. Ow, I sneezed and I gave myself a headache. Oh, you ever have one of those sneezes? Oh, I feel like all of a sudden my like upper back is just like very tense. Mud says, catch me up, what is going on? We're in an endless mode. We're getting debuffed to hell every time we loop through the game, but we're on Ascension 0, so the game is overall pretty easy. It's starting to get a little tough though. Yeah, we're gonna go until we lose, which is gonna be never. So just accept it. This is what peak performance looks like. Oh, come on, give me one more poison. Shunk, 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 shunk. Don't want any of those. And we're purging our deck of cards very quickly. I think we could probably dump a Wraith form. I think we could probably dump a backflip and just use acrobatics to get through the deck. Every time we remove any card, we're happy. I'm actually kind of a little disappointed that we keep getting cards in our hand, because now we have a hand is full situation, so maybe getting rid of relics would be nice in the future. This is weird, because it's actually not a very bad opening hand. Just keep drawing. Thank you very much. We still have infinite duplicating cards. I mean, sure. Goodbye, Catalyst. Connie says there's an AI on Twitch that plays Slay the Spire. Wonder how it would do on Endless. That sounds like a lot of fun. It would be very interesting to see how that thing would perform. I wonder how it's programmed to play the game. Like maybe it is actually programmed to do it like as perfectly as possible, or what? This is gonna be a bit of a weird turn, but we're basically out of options, unless, hey, we did get a Catalyst. Actually, we can play both of them. You're dead. I should not have bought that toolbox. That toolbox it's just meaningless, basically. Who's Malaise? You know what? Take my Malaise. I don't want it. What did you give me? Toxic Egg. Whenever you add a skill, upgrade it. Good time for that, by the way. Can't think of a better time than the end of the game. Mango doesn't work. Can't think of a better time for that. We can probably now get rid of like one leg sweep. We're not really blocking. In fact, we can get rid of all of our block because with Wraith form, we don't need any block. Man, I really should not have taken that. Dude, Deadly Poison, I actually think I like it because you can target the poison, but as long as energy is not a problem, we can play all of our expensive poison cards, even if it does take us a hot second. So I think you get rid of Piercing Wail for the same reason you get rid of Malaise, and we're at 19 cards. We're getting closer and closer to a perfect deck. Can I just get rid of you? There's no attacks in my draw pile, so you're just stuck in my deck forever, huh? Fantastic. Well, this is not a very good opening turn, but I'll take it. At least we're gonna have enough draw next turn. Glad I have a Shiv. Can that HP for gold event show up on Endless with Tori and Tungsten Rod? It should be infinite money, right? Do you mean the Screaming Skull? If so, I don't know. But I suppose it's an interesting question. Give me a burst, adrenaline. Ah, there we go, you're dead. And you'll have 1,000 poison, 886, good enough. Yeah, the skull scales in damage, so eventually it could do less than 5, but I don't know how it would work. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. Transform all strikes and defends. Or draw 1 additional card at the start of your turn instead of a lot of cards on turn 1. I like having a lot of cards on turn 1. Let's not get rid of anything. Jojo, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? I think if we find a good path, this is an okay time for a shop. And I have a, you know what? Actually, I have a really good path in mind that has no shop. Tons of question marks. I mean, reduce the cost of cards. Jojo, thank you for the resub on this endless run. It's that time of the month again. Hey, you know what? Honestly, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. By the way, please subscribe to the Twitch channel if you enjoy this endless run. It helps me a lot, and I hope you do enjoy this endless run. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, support me at any of the links below in the video description. I play a lot of Spire, and this run is just one of those runs. It's just one of the weird runs that I'll be playing. Of Spire and other games as well. Cheer, subscribe, you know, all that stuff, you know the deal. Purple Fire Spirits. Receive a reward based on the offer. You know what? I know we don't get anything doing this, but you can take an adrenaline anyways. We heal up to max. Well, we have no poison in hand. Oh wait, now we do. So we are able to put up like as much poison as we want. More energy would be helpful on turn 1, but we can make it work with what we have. Receive 5 apparition, lose 35 max HP. I mean, that's actually extremely tempting, but we have Wraith form. We don't need apparitions. Bet 30% chance to win 250 gold. You win. We have 1,100 gold. Golden doubloons are ours. I honestly think we probably get rid of prepared right now. Get rid of ink bottle or empty cage. We don't care about getting rid of empty cage. Although, if we... No, this is fine. Yeah, get rid of empty cage. We've already seen that if an event shows up that offers you a duplicate relic, you'll just get circlet. So we can always purge other relics eventually. So yeah, take empty cage. Hopefully we don't get those cards back in our deck by getting rid of empty cage. And yeah, maybe we can get empty cage again and just keep removing things. And maybe we can get another book. It's the Necronomicon. Now, probably should not have taken it because we don't need it. But sure, I have Necronomicon now. I have a curse in my deck for no reason. In hindsight, might not have been the best analysis there, but sure, I'll take a curse. I mean, we have no burst, but this is still, like, really good. I mean, he's dead in 2 turns, and we didn't even have any bursts. I wonder if we get rid of Necronomicon if the curse goes along with it. I'm assuming no. Like, I'm pretty sure that curse is stuck with us forever now. Okay, big elites with relic rewards. I'll do it, why not? Give me a calculated gamble on this one. Ooh, I like this one. Burst, burst. Double crippling cloud. Double adrenaline. Double corpse explosion. Double catalyst. And we still have the energy for a wraith form. Yeah! And I will fight, because honestly, a fight with an enemy that doesn't attack on turn 1 should be really easy for us. Just in case, why don't we pop a wraith form. Double up on adrenaline. We should probably upgrade that card at some point. Well, there's our catalysts. I gotta be honest with you, another catalyst would probably be okay. We're able to draw enough of those cards. Captain's Wheel and Mummified Hand. So, I mean, this is a circlet. Circlet. And, we probably don't need a second Wraith form. Probably don't need a doppelganger either, honestly. But let's drop a Wraith form. We're getting to the point where our deck it's pretty much doing what we want it to do. So how many more of these cards are we gonna remove? Well, we'll attack, you. Just a casual 1500 poison. I mean, as long as we're killing everything on turn 1, then it doesn't matter what we're doing, right? We could build this deck however the heck we wanted. I mean, I'll still take an Apotheosis turn 1. Probably want to... I mean, we probably want to Catalyst you and then Corpse Explosion you. There you go. Here I am thinking about how we're going to kill this bird. Well, you kill the bird by killing the other enemies. There's a malaise if you wanted another one. Let's keep purging. Although an upgraded Adrenaline would be nice. You know what? Let's get that upgraded Adrenaline. It's the last card in our 17 card deck that requires an upgrade. Probably just want a Secret Technique. Because now we can Secret Technique a... Do we have Bouncing Flask in hand? We do. Then give me a, Give me an Acrobatic so we can dump the Tactician. Because I'm pretty sure this dude is dead on turn 1. He still might die on turn 1. But we do have to, like, draw with ink bottle a catalyst, which might not happen. Oh, he's not dead. He's gonna die next turn. He only had 688 poison. It's not enough to kill him. That's a little scary. Well, we're gonna have to keep ensuring our deck is thin enough to make that happen. Sacred Bark, Fusion Hammer, Runic Pyramid. Well, we could take a Fusion Hammer now, and then eventually we might be able to just like double up on a Catalyst. Yeah, you know what, give me the extra energy. We don't need to upgrade cards anymore. It's Donu Deka. For once, it's not the Awakened one. And we really should go to a shop. We have so much money. But these paths are so good. Okay, go to the shop. That's pretty much the worst fight. Do the artifact? I mean, it's not really that bad. There we go. Burst, corpse, catalyst. He's only 256, but he is dead. We do need to keep making our deck just a little bit more consistent. And as I'm removing draw, I am realizing it's a little harder to get to where we need it to be. Okay. One artifact is really nice. We never attack. We never attack. We don't need the pair. But because these relics are repeating, we could just buy them to take them. We can also get rid of a card. I think we want to get rid of Blur. And then I will buy a couple of relics. And then we'll save some money. Nightmare could thin the deck even more, I suppose, but I don't know if eventually a turn 2 lethal is good enough. I wonder if we have to be strong enough to kill all the enemies on turn 1, but I don't know. Because if I remember correctly, eventually you have to be strong enough to kill them all on turn 1, taking no damage, which is a little tough. So I'm just gonna go for these rests. Remove a card. Thank you very much, good sir. Please take a... Please take a doppelganger. Yeah, I am thinking because of Wraith form it might be okay, but it is still scary. Let's go for the rest. We're gonna keep purging cards. I don't quite know what I want my final deck to look like here, but so far it's okay. I mean, this is kind of exactly what I want. I want burst, poison, and acrobatics to shuffle, calculated gamble to shuffle, and then you burst catalyst at the end of your turn. $4,000 poison. That's perfect. Do I still have a leg sweep? I thought I got rid of it. Yeah, leg sweep can go. Oh no, I got rid of blur. Because we never play block and we can discard to gain block. I never was very good at this game. Receive strike, store a card. You know what? Take a, like, dude, take a crippling cloud. That's a good card. Damn, you really bad at this game. Now, here's what I wonder. I wonder if that crippling cloud will be there in the future. So I mean, burst calculated gamble is great because you can get to your tactician faster. And then you can just keep bursting that corpse explosion. I think this is a good enough time to catalyst. 3,000 poison. We can get more poison. It just takes a little bit of time. Hey, a strike. Wow, why was that in the deck? What happened? John says this is endless, right? Yep, it is. When you apply a debuff, they take 5 damage. Shuffle random attacks into your draw pile. Put random attacks into your draw pile. Or into your hand. At least you exhaust. Alright, burst. Corpse. Adrenaline. And then you just burst calculated, because you want to dump tactician multiple times, I think. And then you can do that again. We still have 3 cards, so burst, catalyst. We can't do the other catalyst, unfortunately. And you're still living. Didn't pay attention to that. Luckily, you are dead. We have to figure out a better strategy for actually applying this poison. You know what it is? I think we just need to use Bouncing Flask instead of Corpse Explosion. Bouncing Flask will do it better. We have a 13-card deck. 2 of them are curses. Should never have added Curse of the Bell or Necronomicurse. They're just clogging my draw. What are those relics with the 3s? They're the endless relics that make enemies deal way more damage and have way more HP. And it's only getting worse as we go. Man, I'm seriously kind of like, what do you remove? I mean, I guess you remove adrenaline and calculated gamble, because then you can burst acrobatics and get to tactician like almost every time. You might even want to get rid of a burst if you do that, because you can probably get to it every time. So I'm gonna get rid of adrenaline. And we're gonna keep going. Fredecco says, I hope Abe plays Risk of Rain 2 this weekend. We'll talk about it, we'll think about it. Well, I love this guy. He's like super easy to take out. He does like no damage. What's his doubtful? I wouldn't say doubtful. Oh, you know what we need? Intangibility potions. Those would be nice. I don't know why I'm fighting elites either. It seems unnecessary. Burst. Corpse. Calculated gamble. That will play twice, unfortunately, but that's okay. Acrobatics, dump tactician, burst, catalyst, catalyst. 1,600 damage. I mean, that's what we're looking for. We don't want any of these. Then we'll get rid of calculated gamble. And if we can get down to, I mean, even right now, I think we might have infinite draw with the acrobatics. No, you know what? We would need another acrobatics, wouldn't we? Still, I think we're close enough. So just play Wraithform. Play acrobatics. Burst. Corpse explosion. Bouncing Flask. Yeah, we need, so we do need like another acrobatics, I think. Well, not now, but still. Or, you know, some way of removing these curses that are unremovable, because they are kind of a pain in the ass. Snecko, Sozu, Tiny House. Don't need them. Impressive. More. Upon pickup, obtain 3 prides. Innate. At the end of your turn, put a copy of this card on top of your draw pile. Exhaust. Yeah, the prides are an annoying curse, but I think we can purge them. But you have to play them, otherwise you get more prides in your deck. So. We get 1? I thought we got 3. Oh, we have, we had curse protection. Okay, we only got 1. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, so we will see Pride, and we can play it to get rid of it. Otherwise it'll clog our deck. Yeah, both of our bursts are at the bottom of the deck. Kind of unfortunate, but you know what? Wraith Form, Corpse Explosion, Bouncing Flask, Burst, Catalyst. Yeah, we need to get to a 10-card deck so we can draw the whole thing on turn 1, which we actually can't because we're getting cards in hand due to relics. So, for instance, don't take a Ninja Scroll. That would be bad. Instead, keep purging. Yeah, that was, by the way, the last card I needed for my card completion. Yeah, right now I'm getting 2 cards in my hand that take up my draw, so we need to actually get rid of these cards, these relics that are giving us cards. We've definitely built this run improperly. Okay, burst. That was a double burst, interesting. Still 3,000 poison, that means that the deck still works. I don't think we need another tactician. I need that event that just purges relics from your deck. You get Nal's Lament. Sorry, Naloth's Gift. Wrong one. If we can get Naloth's Gift, then we can do what we need to do. No problem. I have no energy. I could have had... Oh, we got energy! We could have had more poison on this guy. So do I actually need a second acrobatics? Because we can acrobatics infinitely if we have a second acrobatics. I think we do, and then I think we get rid of a burst. I think we want acrobatics. Weird get, but I think it makes sense. Unplayable status cards can now be played. Gremlin Horn. None of these are worth it. Let's just get rid of a... Let's get rid of Bouncing Flask. Because we can just play Corpse Explosion repeatedly with the acrobatics, also getting rid of Tactician. That should work. And then if we get rid of a burst, we can get to the burst infinitely. I like it, I like it. No, don't. I don't think it matters. I really don't. Because here's the idea. You have Tactician in hand, you play Acrobatics, you dump Tactician. You burst Corpse Explosion. You have an Acrobatics in hand, you play it. It gets played twice, you dump Tactician. You dump Tactician. You have 12 energy. You burst, you play Corpse Explosion, you play Catalyst. You Acrobatics. You dump Tactician. And you keep catalysting, you keep bursting. I think it works. Again, the biggest problem though is the innate cards in hand because of the relics. If we can get rid of those, we would be totally fine. Yeah, because everything else we want, including both catalysts. So I don't think we actually purge any cards from the deck anymore. I think a 10-card deck is totally fine. Now what we actually want is question marks to get those events that can allow us to purge relics. And it has to allow us to purge specific relics, unfortunately, but... In theory, when we have all cards in hand, this is ideal. Weirdly enough, we're actually... So we're getting up to a card limit because of the garbage in our hand, so we gotta be a little bit careful about that. We're not applying as much poison right now, but that's because I'm messing it up a little bit. Receive Crippling Cloud, store a card. Do you think I could store Necronomicus? I don't think I can. If I could, I would love to, but I don't think I can. Anyways, luckily this is an extremely easy fight. Let's just burst, corpse explosion, catalyst. Fairy in a bottle. You can heal, so I think we do take it just as an emergency, and we'll keep trying to purge. Now we can start with cards in our hand, but we don't really need to because we already start with all the cards we want. We can start with a burst, we can start with a wraith form. I guess there's no reason not to, right? No, we don't have any more money. That's okay. And now those cards can't be removed anymore. I don't really want to get rid of a catalyst. And I like the acrobatic tactician combo. Like, what if we get to the point where we can burst, maybe we dump tactician acrobatics. Maybe we do. Maybe we just have an 8-card deck. We draw the whole deck on turn 1. We burst, corpse explosion, acrobatics, burst, catalyst, catalyst. Burst, corpse explosion. I mean, in theory, we could get rid of corpse explosion and replace it with another poison, but I don't think we need to. I think we're just okay for now. No, I don't want any of this. Transform a card. Can't transform a curse. Oh no, I'm locked in. I have to transform a card. Okay, well, let's get rid of a acrobatics, I guess. Phantasmal killer. All right, well, in this case, let's get rid of a phantasmal killer. I just wanted to look to see if I could transform a curse. The answer is no. But that's okay, we're almost drawing our full deck on turn 1. Then, you burst, your corpse. You draw. You get energy. You get energy. We don't need this much energy. We should probably dump Tactician. Uh-oh. Ah, we still got it. Can't do one catalyst, though. Alchemize. Another corpse explosion. What about another corpse explosion? Burst, 2 corpse explosions, 1 acrobatics, burst, catalyst, catalyst. How much energy is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't start with 9 energy, so we need the tactician for that. Which means we can't really purge any cards, can we? You know, if we burst acrobatics, we don't need a second one. Sorry, did I not take a card there? Velvet Choker, Sozu, Snecko. What if we just take every single energy relic? What if we get so much energy that turn 1 we don't need acrobatics or tactician? What do you think? Not a lot of question marks, but this is the biggest question mark laden path. Sure, give me 6 block. So it'll be... We need to have the energy for a Wraith form. Which makes Corpse Explosion free, I guess. Play this. Dumb Tactician. Acrobatics gets played again. You know, it's weird. I feel like I need a non-upgraded burst. Because I don't want that acrobatics to be played twice. Anyways, there's 300 poison. So we can put 3,000 poison on every single turn for 15 cards. We figured out that. What happened to my... Oh, right, it got eaten by... The potion got eaten by Sozu. So we know how to do 3,000 poison. It's... Ooh, with 1 card in our draw pile, we gotta be a little bit careful because we can't... It's not a guarantee we're gonna draw acrobatics. Interesting. Anyways, we want Wraith Form. Burst. Corpse Explosion. Acrobatics. Dump a Tactician. It'll get played again. Dump the other Tactician. Then you can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you just do it again? What was card 1? Card 1 was nothing. Burst, Corpse Explosion, Acrobatics. Burst, Corpse Explosion, Acrobatics. Oh, the first card was Wraith Form. And then Burst, Catalyst, Catalyst. And so we didn't get to a 3,000 poison because we spent the energy on turn 1 on the Wraith Form. Okay, okay. So if you play Wraith Form, you have 1,000 poison. If you don't play Wraith Form, you have 3,000 poison. Add a card or heal. I'd rather not add a card, even though we can very easily purge cards. I mean, what would I look for? I mean, another Catalyst. It's 10 times poison. I mean, if we get another Catalyst, we could probably dump the Tactician in Acrobatics and just do Burst, Corpse Explosion, Catalyst, Catalyst, Catalyst. Right? But let's just heal so we don't have to deal with that anymore. Okay, so if you start with the Burst, I think we can get to 3,000 poison. You just dump Tactician both times. Then you do it again, Burst, Corpse Explosion. Oh, you know what? We did not get Acrobatics. Why? I mean, that's still 1,000 poison. And now I have the energy to play Wraith Forms? Why was this turn so much different than the past turn? We got 1,000 poison in 10 cards as opposed to 20 cards, or 15 cards. I gotta figure out what's going on here. Sure, let's get the other book. What is the other one? Hold on, let me think about it. The other book is, at the end of the turn, you can choose to add a card. No, I do not want every turn to take longer. That would be ridiculous. Also, this run is so long. We're still playing the same run. It's been like 3 hours. Oh my God, this is what endless feels like? This is like an Isaac basement seed. This is stupid. Why are we still doing this? Okay, we can get 500 damage trivially, so let's not try to min-max the plays. Who could have guessed that something called Endless would take a while? Well, it's taken a little longer than I would thought. Shovel, you can now dig for relics. You know, it gives us something to do. Copy a card. Do we want another catalyst? Burst, corpse explosion, 10, 20, catalyst. 20 goes 60, 180. I think we do want another catalyst. I think it's one of the few things that we can add to this deck and be happy about. Purple fire spirits. Oh God, I've done it again. I'm locked in. I just wanted to look at my cards. I'm always looking to see if I can get rid of the curses. Well, you know what? Get rid of Tactician at this point. We're now gonna see if we can, you know, do it without it. Copy the curse. Hey, we're down to a 9-card deck at least. So Burst, Corpse Explosion, Catalyst, Acrobatics, why do we have so much energy? Is it because we shuffled? It's because we shuffled. Then you burst, catalyst, catalyst. We have 14,000 poison. The catalysts are good. The catalysts are clearly good. Can you choose not to take the relic dug up? Yes, you can choose. So burst, corpse explosion, catalyst, acrobatics, burst, catalyst, catalyst. 14,000 poison. That's so much more consistent and faster. That's way better. We don't want these. Even Bouncing Flask. I like Corpse Explosion because it kills everything. Yeah, like, here's the thing. If we take Bouncing Flask, then we could put on 60% more poison, but we're already putting on 14,000 poison. Do we need 16% more poison? No. Sure, nunchucks. At this point, we're just gonna take the relics just to take them. So we get 10 energy turn 1. Burst, corpse explosion, catalyst, acrobatics, burst, catalyst, catalyst. And actually, we could probably toss in a little bit more poison before we do the second, you know, 9 tupling. We could also put in a prepared to shuffle instead of acrobatics. I like acrobatics though because it draws lots of cards, but it does cost 1 energy. We could still toss in a prepared, I think. You know, I don't like getting a relic I can't choose. Bag of marbles, there's no reason not to. It purges those artifacts, which is nice. So, burst. We gotta do it like this. Corpse explosion. And then I honestly do think you still acrobatics. Should have probably played these. Then we'll burst, corpse explosion, catalyst. We still have the energy. The last catalyst didn't get played, but we did have 7,000 poison. It would have been 21,000 had we gotten the last doubling off. We could take another burst. We could get rid of acrobatics and prepared, because then we won't have to draw acrobatics again. To get rid of 2 cards to add 1 card, you know, I actually think it's worthwhile. If it's not an energy relic, I don't really care. We're going for the turn 1 victory on every combat. That's what we're going for. So I mean, I like this path, lots of question marks. Put a skill from your draw pile into your hand. So, burst, corpse, catalyst, and then if we have another burst, it would just be burst, catalyst, catalyst, and we won't have to even draw anything. We've got 15,000 poison. We don't need acrobatics. We don't need prepared. We can't go infinite anyways. So yeah, we don't need any of this. Get these cards out of here. You piece of garbage. You took my catalyst. I need that. Heal the full, upgrade all cards you can no longer heal, fight a boss, obtain a rare relic. Well, I mean, it's fine. We can just add another one later. It's just annoying. Might incentivize me to maybe keep the acrobatics in the deck for a little while. But I mean, we can still put up 3,000 poison pretty easily. We get winged boots. I should not just click that fast. Bad habit. Unceasing top, kind of useless. I like twisted funnel just to add more poison. It's 5 poison to all enemies. Deep breath, secret weapon. I mean, we could have deep breath instead of acrobatics, but we're gonna remove acrobatics eventually and just have burst, corpse explosion, 3 catalysts, but now we need another catalyst. And we also need to purge the, sure. Lose our max, or perfect amount of HP. We need to purge Necronomicurse, which I don't think we can do. These curses that I've added to my deck by allowing me to have cards in my hand at the beginning of combat, they're the worst things of the run. We should not have done that. Not at all. It was a heavy mistake. Acrobatics. Might as well keep digging. Happy Flower's fine. Oh, good, now we have +3 strength permanently because of the innate panacea. Whoops. Well, burst. Corpse explosion. Give me an acrobatics, because I really do want to see how much damage we can do. It's only 3,000 poison now, and with 1,500, oh, it's 13,000 poison. Okay, that's a little bit better. Dun, 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 dun. This deck would be so much better without the damn curses. There's Lizard Tail again. I mean, it's my fault, really. I'm the one who did it. The damn toolbox. The damn everything. Anyways, you're dead. I don't even know why I look. Well, we're looking for a catalyst now, so it does make sense. I mean, honestly, if we could get like 2 more catalysts, maybe that's what we want. Ka-thunk. But yeah, should not have taken Curse of the Bell. That one is obvious. But hey, there's 3,000 poison. You know, it was not 13,000 poison, it was 3,000. Still think that maybe a reflex could be good, but I just don't want to thicken up the deck that much. Thicken up the deck. You know, we do shuffle like every single combat, which is kind of fun. Okay, 3,000 poison as expected. Outmaneuvered and prepared. I will fight you for a rare relic. Guess what? I'm probably gonna put 3,000 poison on you, if I had to guess. I think we're getting a little lucky with our draw, because we've gotten acrobatics on turn 1 like every combat here. Get Tingsha. Again, I click way too fast without paying attention to what's going on. Probably shouldn't. Whetstone is useless, and it's the Time Eater. Well, I do play more than 12 cards some turns, but this is not going to be one of them. It's going to be 5 burst, cat, corpse explosion, acrobatics, burst. You actually make it a little bit harder. Burst, we gotta put the poison out there. And then if we draw, well, I don't think we want to draw twice. We still have burst, and we need to get. If I increase your poison by 100, you'll have 2,000 poison. So a catalyst might actually be okay here. If we acrobatics, but this is fine. I think we can get you. Oh, good, Tingsha, thank you. And then I think we. One, two, three, 4, 5. I don't think we'll quite get where we want to be on the poison, because we can only play 2 more cards, but give me a Wraith form and then a Catalyst, and then you're dead anyways. Because we couldn't double up on the Catalyst because of the Time Eater's 12, but thanks to our Wraith form, we were able to at least stay alive. I mean, we have buffer too, but. Can no longer rest. Why not? Give me more energy. Let's keep going. More prides. Enemies are harder. Is there another one of these debuffs? Something called Nightmare? Someone said, I can't believe we haven't gotten Nightmare yet, but I don't know what Nightmare is. Who's Nightmare? My Nightmare or yours? Well, I do want heavy question marks. But could we just like go infinitely? Like, are there more modifiers? Hold on. Slay the, can I spell correctly? What are the endless modifiers here? Endless. Blights. Blights. You can get. Okay, each time the player defeats the Act 3 boss and loops back to Act 1, they obtain a set of blights. The following is a list of blights that can be obtained from Niao. Grotesque Trophy, the Prides, Mimic Infestation, Muzzle, Spear of Blight, Shield of Blight, and Time Maze. Order: Mimic, Time Maze, Muzzle, and then after the 4th set, you get Grotesque Trophy. With Blight Chests mod turned on, each boss chest from the 4th will be replaced by a Blight chest, where the player is forced to choose one from 2 random blights. The following is a list of blights: Accursed, whenever you defeat a boss, gain 2 curses; Ancient Augmentation, enemies start combat with artifact, plated armor, and regenerate; Durian, lose 50% of your max HP. Right, okay. Scatterbrain, draw 1 less card. Hauntings, enemies start with 1 intangible. Twisting Mind, at the end of your turn, add 1 random status to the top of your draw pile. Void Essence, lose 1 energy permanently. So you know what? Blight Chests, I believe, is what I used to see when I ran Endless Mode. That was like when they added in Endless Mode initially, you would get these Blight Chests. Or rather, I think these were not these. But you could get things like you constantly had lower hit points. Enemies had artifacts, which meant that you couldn't burst them down with the poison. Enemies had intangibility, so you had to survive a few turns. You got curses. And I think that was a lot harder to deal with. Because right now, all I'm doing, well, I mean, we have to live for a little while, first of all, but all I'm doing right now is just playing my poison cards and killing the enemies. In fact, this turn is a little bit funky, because I actually can't do anything. But I have Wraith Form, so we can stall for the first turn to get those prides out of the hand. But like in theory, nice. In theory, it would just be a lot harder to deal with runs if the enemies have artifacts, because you couldn't actually build up the poison on them. But yeah, like, I know that we could probably go, not infinitely, but for a while longer, but I am like, my neck hurts. My neck hurts on this one a little bit. Oh, I might have to take a little bit of a break from this Spire run. It's been, first of all, it's not been constructed perfectly, because we could build a better Endless run. The heck, some of them have a little jingle when you actually click on them. We could build a better Endless run, but it is getting a little bit ridiculous. It's pretty fun though, Endless mode. What does the title even mean, says Lychee? We're just doing a Endless mode run. We have looped 5 times. Yeah, brain does become mush 3 hours into the same Spire run. At this point, you know, it's just play 12 cards that apply 14,000 poison. Yeah, a higher ascension could be fun, but also having done this and now remembering how this works, building a better deck and building like a better relic set could be fun. Like, so we're not getting these constant curses, because we have Curse of the Bell and Necronomicurse. It's costing us quite a lot of draw. I still think that you probably, you know what? You don't have to do it with the Silent, because of the fact that you can get actually, you know what? Because you can get those intangibility cards, you can do this with any of the other characters, but we could replace Wraith Form with Burst intangibility. It would cost us less energy. And then you could burst Corpse Explosion intangibility for less energy, then burst Catalyst, or even Acrobatics to get to your Corpse Explosion again. I don't know, there's ways you could do it. But yeah, you could get intangibility on other characters, I'm realizing. That card exists. You have to have the event show up, but you could do it. It's hard though, because how would the other characters do this run? You know, the Watcher, you could probably build up a deck that could maybe enter Divinity on turn 1, and then heck, you could just use Blasphemy, and then maybe just have like, what's that card? Ritual Dagger gets stronger every time you use it. What if you just have that, and every turn you just use that to get a kill on whatever the strongest enemy is? Some combats have like 5 enemies, so a way of repeatedly using that card would be nice. Yeah, I have passed up on those intangibility cards, but that's because we had Wraith form. I'm thinking about other characters. And then what else? The defect. I don't know how the defect would do it, because eventually you're going to be able to have a 15 card limit. How do you win every combat on 15 cards? Or get intangibility? Genetic algorithm on the defect could work. Every combat you could play that card and it gets 3 stronger. Would that be enough if the enemies are doing hundreds of damage? I mean, the enemies can eventually do, maybe they can do over 999 damage. You might need intangibility to keep you alive. That's what I'm thinking. I suppose in theory, you could get the Prismatic Shard and eventually get Wraith form, but that would take a long time. Defect has Energy Doubler. I guess, yeah, you could build infinite energy and then just like evoke 999 times. That's a lot of damage. You know, if you have, let's say that you could get infinite energy, actual infinite energy. What's the maximum energy you can have in the game? Is it 99 or 999? If you evoke one orb 100 times, it's 800 damage. If you evoke it 1,000 times, it's 8,000 damage. That's good, but it does give you a limit to your looping. You can only loop until the enemies have 8,000 HP and then they kill you in one hit. So you need intangibility. You'll probably get intangibility by that point though. And then you'll have to find a way to gain more energy infinitely and then keep hitting them. That's why the poison seems nice, because you can always just let the poison tick turn after turn. And I suppose there is a limit to how far we can loop in a silent deck, because eventually we will hit a point where 14,000 poison for 3 turns is not enough. We would need more Wraith forms. At which point you have to just add them to your deck, I guess. Or find a way to add in more damage, but there's probably a limit to how much damage you can do on a time maze. And then there's the Ironclad. I have no idea how he would work. Sure, you could get a lot of turn 1 strength, but how would you, as the Ironclad, kill an enemy before they kill you if they have like 10,000 HP or 1,000 HP or something? And the answer to that is, I don't know. I don't know how you would, as the Ironclad, do an endless run for a long time. You could gain a lot of block, barricade and just double your block, but enemies will eventually do more than 999 damage, but maybe you don't care. Maybe you don't need to worry about that. Maybe at that point, you can kill them before they can kill you, because you can scale. You can certainly get 999 block turn 1 with 15 cards and 8 energy and 10, 7 cards per. Yeah, 7 cards at the beginning of combat. I'm sure you can do it, because you can basically construct whatever deck you want. You have the time for it. But yeah, it would be tough. Whatever it is, it would be tough. And any card that adds, any relic that adds a card to your deck, yeah, think very long and hard about that. Because if we draw 3 prides and 2 curses on turn 1, if we had no additional card draw, we wouldn't be able to do anything. So yeah, be a little bit careful about that. That does make it a little bit tricky, doesn't it? I can shuffle my cards, and there's nothing you can do about it. What's the deal with damage equal to block for the Ironclad? Body Slam? I mean, Body Slam would work, but then you're doing 1,000 damage per card. Is that enough? It's probably enough. The bosses will eventually have more HP, but you know, they won't be able to kill you until they do 999 damage in a single turn. I'm assuming their damage is not limited. But yeah, it seems like there's probably ways to go not truly infinite, but essentially infinite in the game for endless. But blight chests really puts a larger limit on how infinite you can go, because if you have blight chests, then the enemies are going to start having artifacts. They're going to have intangibility. They're going to have, you know, all of this nonsense that makes it way harder to actually deal with them. I mean, draw one less card a turn. If you have Scatterbrain and you draw 3 prides and nothing else, there's nothing you can do on turn one. So those blight chests, that's really where you're going to run into problems. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's interesting. Interesting to think about the puzzles of how to survive for as long as possible in an endless run. But this is our endless run, with 2 curses we didn't need to have. Oh well. I don't know if I want to keep going though, it's been 3 hours. Oh, I'm sick of this game.